Standing by for start of game.
Oh, yeah. Can you have your phone?
Single player is using a controller.
Well, you need the tablet, I'm saying. Sorry, you need to...
We're set.
Well, I got my phone. Brian might need the tablet. It should be enough charge to use the tablet.
We are
Got your
on.
phone.
Yeah, I'll go.
Hello? Hello?
Carol, do you need a phone?
What's going on?
Playing?
I can hear myself. I don't think it's working.
If I could have everybody who thinks they're doing a good job just do better because you're not, okay?
No, I don't think it works. It's not projecting right.
Cue the oboe.
I think if I was gonna eat somebody, I'd start with a thigh. Thigh's always meaty.
I wonder if this is loud enough.
Chicken, I feel like it's probably the best on a
The
person.
remote's right there.
Could be. A little sriracha on it.
What's... Oops.
Yeah, almost.
Room code is MPPZ.
No, I don't think it works.
Z.
Don't Say Pajamas is the new game show that's taken the world by storm. Hosted by none other than Terry St. Pancakes. The only rule of this game is not to say the word pajamas.
Mr. Edgar Loudshoes, come on down.
I can't believe I don't say...
Welcome to the game. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson, and I hate to toot my own horn, but... Oops, sorry, that wasn't mine. There we go, that one's mine.
Why'd you even exactly think it?
Okay, let's do this. I'll be Dorothy, you be the lion, you be the Tin Man, and you be a flying monkey. There's your hardware. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button, and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by...
Kale Mart. If you find a single thing in our store that is not associated with kale, it's free. Kale Mart.
Kale Mart.
We don't even know what kale is, and we don't care.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. So let's get to it.
One.
Get ready, time for question.
Right off the bat, mail enhancement. Just taking a moment to open my mail. Something I like to do every couple of years. Probably should have paid that.
You're actually disconnected?
An old Christmas card. Well, let's see what it says inside. Well, it's been a big year for the whole family. Junior learned to drive, Mom changed jobs, and Dad started a drug empire cooking and selling high-quality methamphetamine. What TV family is this Christmas card from? The Greens, the Browns, the Blacks, or the Whites? Players 1, 2, and 3? Why, yes, this card is from Walter and Skylar White and their son Walt Jr. from the show Breaking Bad. And I'd read you the rest of the letter, but it's full of spoilers. Open wide for positive feedback. What might you hear from a kingfisher that's fishing for compliments? So, did anybody notice I just got my scales waxed? So, did you guys see I'm wearing my fur differently? So, players 1, 2, and 3? A kingfisher is a type of bird. You know, those things with feathers. Wow, talk about a needy, insecure bird. Oh my god, it's been 15 minutes. Somebody tell me I'm handsome. Interns, somebody tell me I'm handsome.
You're handsome, sir. So handsome, Mr. Masterson.
Ah, let's never cut it that close again.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Up next, Lucy in the Sky with Rubles. And oh yes, it's a dis or dat. Player 1, you're behind at the moment, so this dis or dat has got your name on it. I'm going to read off 7 quotes totally out of context. For each one, I want you to tell me if it's something said by legendary pop star Elton John or something said by Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin. If it was said by Elton John, press the X button. If it was said by Vladimir Putin, press press the B button. The rest of you ought to pay attention. Lock in your answers before player 1, because if player 1 gets it wrong, everyone who got it right will split the cash. Okay, we're off. I do like Britney Spears. I think she's cute. I go to the gym. I swim daily. I myself know some people who are gay. I think happiness is love. I collect emotions. In America, I'd definitely be a Democrat. I'm 5'8". I hate being short. Good, but not good enough for a greatest hits album. Kind of like the song Elderberry Wine. Exactly.
I'm okay with that.
Look, there's a lot of political turmoil in the world. We must trust Elton John's song, The Circle of Life. It's a simple philosophy that says this: no matter what happens, we can rest assured that one day, Vladimir Putin will be eaten by a lion. Here's one for you. I hunger for love. If each member of the Hunger Games love triangle brought something different to the relationship, which of these arrangements would actually result in Katniss catching fire? Katniss brings air, Peeta brings friction, and Gale brings time. Katniss brings friction, Peeta brings fuel, and Gale brings inert gas. Katniss brings heat, Peeta brings time, and Gale brings oxygen. Or Katniss brings heat, Peeta brings fuel, and Gale brings oxygen. Players 1, 2, and 3. The so-called fire triangle outlines what is needed to start and maintain fire, which is heat, fuel, and oxygen. Remove one, no fire. But I'm sure you can get rid of Peeta and it would still be hot. Take a good look at one show down, 14,312 to go.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And I'll throw some extra roses at you for a right answer. Put these Broadway musicals in order of longest to shortest original runs. Grease, Rent, Spamalot. Rent, Grease, Spamalot, Spamalot, Rent, Grease, Rent, Spamalot, Grease, or Grease, Rent, Spamalot. Player 3. Where's that confounded right answer? Opening in 1996, Rent ran for 12 years, Grease opened in 1972 and ran for 8 years, and Spamalot opened in 2005 and had a 5-year run. Of course, none of these tops the musical Cats, which ran for 233 straight years. Hard to believe, but true. Good for them. That about does it for round 1. And it looks like player 2 has the lead, at least for the moment. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. And let's see some screwing out there. You want to win, don't you? Pucker up for Chucky Balls. I just love Chuck E. Cheese, especially those big ball pits with all the colorful balls that kids jump around in. So tell me this. Imagine, just hypothetically, that each color ball in a Chuck E. Cheese ball pit were a different virus. When you dive in, which ball could you definitely not come into contact with? A ball that causes polio, a ball that causes herpes, a ball that causes rabies, or a ball that causes plague? Player 2. Congratulations, not. Players 1 and 3. Herpes, polio, and rabies are all caused by a virus. Plague is caused by a bacteria, so none of those virus balls could give you plague. Plague is spread by rodents, but luckily not singing animatronic rodents like the ones you find at Chuck E. Cheese. Hey, anyone want to go to Chuck E. Cheese after the game?
Oh, you're right.
Say hello to leafy laughter. Imagine an episode of Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis being filmed with a set of two new freshly sprouted ferns. Based on the name for fern sprouts, what might be a better name for that episode? Between Two Saplings with Zach Galifianakis? Between Two Pup Shoots with Zach Galifianakis? Between Two Fronds with Zach Galifianakis? Or between players 1, 2, and 3? I'm not fond of this answer. Want to see the right answer?
Matched.
A fern sprout is called a fiddlehead based on its shape, which resembles the top of, you guessed it, a fiddlehead. And like Zach Galifianakis, they take about 40 years to fully blossom.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here we have escargot for Margot. Okay, guys, I've got a theory, and I think it's pretty solid. Follow me on this. The movie Key Largo came out in 1948, and the next major Argo movie was Fargo. So there may have been a secret Argo embargo. Ergo, how long was the next Argo embargo between Fargo and Argo? 7 years, 12 years, 17 years, or 22 years? Player 1. That was quality. Players 2 and 3. It's so obvious. Fargo came out in 1996 and Argo in 2013. Ergo, a 17-year Argo movie embargo.
That was 9 for Argo.
And you know what never went out of style that entire time? Cargo pants.
Last year, what am I thinking?
And on its way to be or not to be Arthur.
Hi, this is Corky. And how about them Golden Girls, huh?
Old man, what the hell are you doing? Get away from the microphone.
But I need to ask a question.
Give me, damn it, give me that.
No, I
Listen
got
to me,
the
you
micro-
stupid old. Give it to me.
Ow!
What's that thing? Who's that fella? Where's that screwly up doodly doo? It's Foggy Facts with old man.
Scooty up, do I forget?
All right. Just one question, and then you are out of here.
Okay, 2 questions, great.
One question.
All right, don't get your panties in a... whatever. I'm just trying to remember this one thing. I'm trying to think of this lovely singing gentleman. He was friends with those Mupp Puppets, and he lived in Colorado. He talked to God in all those movies, and then he died in a plane crash. And now he's probably talking to the real God. Who the heck was that guy?
Okay, was it Engelbert Humperdinck, Jim Croce, Harry Belafonte, or John Denver? Players 1, 2, and 3. Yes, old man, it's country folk singer-songwriter John Denver. You're talking about John Denver.
I'm not talking about him, you are.
Why were you trying to remember John Denver, old man?
I wasn't.
What are you talking about? You just commandeered this game to ask a question about him.
Who?
John Denver.
Never heard of him. Toodaloo, boy.
Ah! May I introduce Menage a Treat? Who would not be invited to a Neapolitan threesome? Vanilla Ice, Strawberry Shortcake, the band Sexual Chocolate, or Liz Lemon? Players 1, 2, and 3. Neapolitan ice cream consists of strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla, but not lemon. So Liz Lemon would not be invited. Remember, approaching a threesome is just like eating ice cream. If you go at it too quickly, you might damage the roof of your mouth. Welcome to
I have
the
one
attack.
big button on my controller now.
When you see 2 clues that match, press your A button. 2,000 big ones if you're right, but if you're wrong, you lose 2,000. And most importantly,
remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Watch this Peter P. Who's the Peter P? Good luck.
How'd you get that? Break your phone. Well, Brian, this is your chance. Advance. Yeah, they're out-pottered.
Player 2 is our winner!
Wow, well done on the jack attack. Yeah,
Player
you
2,
got-
you should be extremely proud of your victory, because I'm afraid that's all
you
you
were
got
down by
going for
2
yourself.
questions
Be
and
proud of
got
this,
2
too.
questions.
You don't know Jack!
Thought you were done with 1 question. Sure. These take 15 minutes. It'll only do 5 more.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and not to brag, but the cashier at Trader Joe's complimented me on my choices today. 3 players, and not one of you thought to bring me flowers. Nice. Handle those screws carefully. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
The Anti-Pedestrian Council. Hey, I'm trying to drive here, is our motto.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. All right, here goes nothing.
Get ready, time for question.
1.
First question. She mused me. If Taylor Swift broke up with every male currently in the world, about how many songs would she be inspired to write? 1.2 billion songs, 2.3 billion songs, 3. Players 1, 2, and 3. The world population is floating around 7.1 billion, of which 3.6 billion are males. That only gives her a few microseconds for each relationship, but that should be more than enough. Take a stab at. This question got stuck in my teeth. Who's hungry?
Cookie fortune with Cookie Masterson.
Okay, this one's a bit violent. Don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes. Okay, so I won't shoot anybody until I see their pupils, their irises, their retinas, or their scleras. Players 1, 2, and 3. Right, the white of your eye is called the sclera. But don't look too long at the enemy's eyes, or you might just fall in love.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
My Wi-Fi.
Why not try Cookie Masterson, the vocab guide? If Bill Nye the Science Guy learned nigh everything there was to know about science, what would be true of him? He would know nearly everything about science. He would know very little about science. He would know exactly everything about... Players 1 and 3. Nigh means near or nearly. The reason why Bill Nye doesn't know everything about science is because he refuses to accept the Cookie Masterson unifying theory of quantum mechanics as the scientific fact that it is. But I guess people fear what they don't understand. Player 2. I now have evidence supporting my theory that you're not very smart.
All right.
Let's try. Your mother smells like the jungle. What are you most likely to see Tarzan scrambling to buy at the last second on Mother's Day? A banana bouquet for Coco, banana candies for Kala, banana perfume for Chim Chim, or a calendar of banana pictures for Abu?
And that monkey.
Player 2, do something.
Allie, you don't have to.
Player 3. Players 1 and 2. Kala is the female ape who raised Tarzan in the jungle. His dad wasn't around much. He was too busy sitting around patting his chest with the backside of his hand every couple of minutes. Here's a good one. Obesity, the game. And it's a dis or dat. Player 2. You need the most help, so this dis or dat is just for you. I'm going to read off 7 acronyms, and for each one, tell me if it's a type of healthcare plan or a type of video game.
Oh, that's easy.
If it's a healthcare plan, press the X button. If it's a type of video game, press the B button. Now, I need the rest of you to pay attention. Make your selections before player 2, because if player 2 gets it wrong, everyone who got it right will split the winnings. All right, let's get started. HMO, MMO, PPO, POS, FPS, RTS, MOO. Well, you made it, but not in perfect shape. Kind of like having an HMO. I can't afford to see a doctor, so I've just started asking the 12-year-olds I play Call of Duty against online for medical advice. They said I should go f*** myself. They also called me an asshole, but my rash cleared up. That'll wrap up round 1, and player 1 is ahead. This could get interesting. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And hint, hint, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer of the game. Okay, here it comes. Next, Pussycat Control. Oh my god, my cat's poopsie and mayonnaise are driving me crazy. And what do I get from them? Nothing. If my cats were like the cat in the fairy tale Puss in Boots, what would they do for me? Grant me 3 wishes, help me kill a witch, impress my boss and get me a promotion, or help me break an ancient curse?
Really
Player 3. Wait for it. Wait for it. Player 1. Player 2. In Puss in Boots, Puss makes his master look good in front of the king, which results in him marrying the king's daughter or becoming royalty. Why don't you 2 idiots ever do anything like that for me? I haven't had a promotion in years. I have not been stealing office supplies. Those are complimentary, damn it.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
I call this one. That evidence was planters. If Mr. Peanut wanted to make some marzipan, which of his other nut friends could he grind up to produce the central ingredients? Mr. Hazelnut, Mrs. Almond, Miss Cashew, or Senor Brazil Nut? Players 1, 2, and 3. Marzipan is a confection made from sugar, eggs, and ground up Mrs. Almonds. Regular almonds work too. But Mr. Peanut would be found not guilty because he's a total See, you thought I was gonna say nut, didn't you? No, it's nice guy. He's a really nice guy and no one would believe the murder thing.
Follow me down to the sea.
Coming up, where the buffalo foam. You know, I'm having a pretty good day, which means...
Hello, Danny.
Yep, there he is.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
Billy, why are you foaming at the mouth?
I've got rabies and I've come to bite you.
What? Stay away from me! Did you get bitten by a rabid animal?
Maybe. Which of these animal dites could not give me rabies? A beaver dite, a non-goose dite, a king cobra dite, or a badger?
Players 1, 2, and 3. Rabies only affects warm-blooded animals, not reptiles. Besides, you can't get diseases like this, Billy. You're made of wood.
Really? Then how did I get syphilis?
That's a good point. It's time for Yoko Has No Remorse. What Beatles album am I describing? Let it be Yellow Submarine, Abbey Road, or Help. Player 1. You're underwater on this one. Players 2 and 3. ... dash 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 dot in Morse code is SOS, the International Distress Call. Of course, if the Beatles ever got stranded, they'd need help from somebody, but not just from anybody, picky bastards.
Jumps up there and he doesn't really stay that long.
This one's called F This. How would you read comedian Will Forte's name if it were accompanied by the musical notation Forte? Will Forte! Will Forte. Players 1, 2, and 3. In music, Forte means played loudly. Unlike Will Forte's quiet and nuanced performance in his Oscar-nominated film MacGruber. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see two clues that match, press your A button.
Right.
$2,000 if you're right, but you lose $2,000 if you're wrong. And don't forget,
remember the clue.
Last hour.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. The prodigy's son returns. They were prodigies in what area? Good luck.
Come on. I'm okay with this. I don't know. We almost did this year. Airbending? Don't you even went for that?
I was kind of thinking that was way too long.
Player one's got it!
Last round.
You did really well.
Player one, you won by a nose hair. Good thing you never used that nose hair clipper you got for your birthday last year. Either way, you can breathe a lot easier knowing...
You know